Good morning and welcome to Aged to Imperfection. I'm Linda Lou.
I'm Pam Pace.
And I think we have a really exciting topic today.
I think so.
It's
and highly relevant to our age bracket group. Yes.
What to do with yourself in retirement and how the answer may lie in your childhood. All right, so we are both very, very busy in retirement. So we're not really looking for anything what to do because we know how we're spending our time. But a lot of people, once they don't have the job anymore, or this could even apply to people who are still working and want to think about retirement or how to make better use of their time when they're not working.
Yeah.
And the answer could lie in your childhood. So
it does for me. What I am doing right now in life, in retirement, is exactly what I wanted to do and thought I would do as a child. And had desire and aspiration, but never told a soul. From the first time I saw Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon in a beach blanket bingo movie, I knew that California was the place for me.
Wow.
This hillbilly knew that she wanted to be in Beverly Hills.
Wow.
Yeah. And so in the back of my little brain, from the time I was probably 10, 11, somewhere in there, I am going to go and I'm going to do that someday.
Did you want to act?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I wanted to act. And I started way back then acting silly and my family always thought I was a book reader. And I did read a lot, but what I was doing was I was trying to figure out how to be funny around. I got to be, say, 16. I started telling people I wanted to be an attorney. I wanted to go into law.
I could totally see it.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Or you just thought that
was the direction I was going to take. And so I started working toward going into law. I took Latin for 4 years. Latin was the only foreign language that was offered.
Oh my God.
In our school, we had a teacher, Mrs. Merrill. God love you. I hope you watch this and hear this. But I took Latin for 4 years because I knew that it helped me in my college SATs, English scores and everything. Anyway, I had put down as my major in college political science and was going in that direction, and my family was moving me in that direction. That's what they wanted me to become, was an attorney.
And that's something. In my day job career, I was a career counselor, and I worked with a lot of people who had lost their jobs. And a lot of them were at a point where they had X number of experience in one area, but they wanted to try something new. And they would go back to what they really wanted because what they ended up doing was what their parents wanted them to do. I have worked with people working in finance who always wanted to be an interior designer, because as a kid, they loved all that. And so a lot of times what people end up being wasn't even their vision. It was their parents saying, oh, be an accountant, that's a good profession.
Yeah. Well, and also I grew up during the era, and a lot of you women who watch this will know that LA law, Oh, man. Those attorneys, they lived in California. I knew that was my way to get to California, LA law.
Well, okay, I want to get back to what we were here. As a kid, I can remember watching Dr. Kildare.
Oh, yeah.
And thinking, I want to be there with him. And watching Bonanza. I actually wrote to Bonanza and suggested they write in a part for a little sister. And I can remember saying, and I know what house I lived in that time. And I moved out of there when I was 10. So I was less than 10 years old. And I can remember that part of my letter said, I don't know how to ride a horse, but I'm willing to learn. And then all of that kind of went to sleep. But I also did send my jokes to Johnny Carson when I was 9. And so there was like little seeds planted back then of what I liked, and I used to always love reading books about Louisa May Alcott, and I wanted to be a writer. And so those are three things that came up in childhood that took years, really, to ever come out. I started doing comedy when I was 46. I acted for the first time on stage in a role last Saturday in a skit that I wrote. So I just feel that
it's come full circle.
It may lie dormant for a while, but there's still something there that even if you're retired, you can do it in some form. Like you're doing major auditions and everything.
Yeah. I decided when I jumped back into acting, and that's what I basically did was jump back in. I said, you know what? I'm going to pursue it. I mean, I'm going to go after it. I'm not going to dabble. And so, but with that said, I have to come to terms with 4 more years or 3 more years. I'm going to be 70. Am I going to keep pursuing this in retirement? You know, or am I going to kick back? And I don't want to.
You can't do nothing.
No.
Nobody should do nothing. There's nothing that's going to age you faster.
See, that's part of this is, you know, do you explore possibilities now? I'm doing other things. You just told me about something and I went, yes, and I can't divulge this, but evidently you're well, this podcast.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were going to do this 6 months ago. Did you?
No. This is only about 2 months thinking about it.
Yeah, you think about something. You know, I think some of the great. I was watching something where they were talking about women. I think it was specifically women over 70 who are doing all kinds of incredible things. You know, I mean, that's 70 used to be. Oh, I can remember thinking, oh my God.
Well, 70 is not old
No,
anymore. It's not.
I am not old.
And I really feel it's never too late to pursue what has been dormant. Okay, I'll give you an example. Another thing I loved as a kid was ballet. I take adult ballet classes now. I'm able to, which I'm very lucky about. I'm not going to be a ballerina at this point, but I still get the benefits of ballet, the mind-body connection and everything. So there's a piece of what you liked as a kid that you can still do in some way now. If you were wanted to be a ballerina or a football player or something, that ship may have sailed just because of physical limitations. But there's an aspect of that you can still do.
And we're really lucky in living in this kind of community because we have the ability to go and check out. We have how many? Do you know how many clubs we have here in
I think
Anthem?
67. There's a lot of clubs.
Literally a club for anything you can possibly think of.
Right.
I mean, that's if you, you know, we have this. I love this. We have a 420 club.
Are you in that?
No.
Oh.
I
go to the meetings.
I should be, but I'm not.
I'm 420 friendly, but I don't partake.
No, I'm not. And for you folks out there who have no friggin' idea what 420 is, in the old days, 420 was the time that all the stoners met behind the bus barn and got stoned at 420. That's why it's called April 20th is the anniversary for all stoners out there. Any cannabis lovers know the term 420. So anyway, but we have a 420 club.
Oh, we have woodworking, ceramics, sewing.
We have Pan-Asian clubs. We have Bidwist clubs that I'm going to attend their Juneteenth club. You name it, literally. Right. But with that said, there are also community centers in most every rural.
A senior center.
Places that people get together. I just saw something on Facebook the other day, and I thought, boy, this is intriguing. They have a new thing that 5 people, you get in and you sign on and you don't know these 5 people and the 5 of you meet at a restaurant and sit down and have dinner together and talk. And who knows
Yeah.
what you might, and I thought, boy, that's a really interesting idea. If you're lonely, if you've just lost a spouse,
Oh, yeah.
you want to go and find people. You never know. Kind of goes back to what we had the podcast on meeting strangers.
Right.
That's an interesting way to do. But go to go to clubs, go to church events, go to political.
Get yourself out there.
Go to basically.
Nothing amazing is going to happen at home.
Not in front of the TV. Nothing is going to. You're going to go, oh damn! I never thought of that. That's the only thing that's going to happen that's exciting in front of that TV.
Right.
Damn! I never thought of that.
And libraries. Libraries have free classes. Our libraries here have free yoga classes, computer classes. I went to a program last Friday on life stories where people sat around and it was facilitated, and the facilitator said a question and everybody went around and answered something from their lives. So it doesn't really have to cost a lot to get yourself out there and explore different areas. But the one thing that you have, I believe, as a career counselor, you have to do a bit of self-assessment. You have to know who you are in order to know what you want. And I just happen to have a wonderful book here. This was my pandemic project. It's called Do What You Want, How to Find a Job That Won't Crush Your Soul. Well, you're not looking for a job if you're retired, but there's a lot of self-assessment exercises in there to help you identify what you like, what you do well, what you know a lot about, and how to brainstorm avenues to let that out, get it out, join, and get joy from things like that.
Right. Oh, yeah. I met a woman at the pool 5 years ago. She had just lost her husband who had dementia for several years. And she said, I'm getting out and I'm starting to live.
Yeah.
And I thought about that a lot. I thought, yeah, bless your heart. You're starting. Get out and start to live. You don't have to lose a spouse. Just get out and start to do something to live. And explore new possibilities.
Right.
Explore life.
So my question is, what can you do today? What can you do today that you want to look into, that you want to explore? Maybe even if you just sit down and think, okay, I need to think about myself and what I like and what I can do. Because you know what? We're always, especially women, our attention is focused outwards. Mm-hmm. We're thinking of our partner or our children, our mothers. We're always thinking outwards. And even if you just
about.
No.
Numero uno.
Right. And you have to know yourself. Like I always say, you don't go up to the deli in the grocery store and go, I want some meat. Okay? Because then the guy's just going to be like, oh.
Lady, what do you really want?
Yeah. Be specific.
Yeah.
Take some time to think about, what interests you? What do you want to explore? Really define it, and then what steps can you take? So I'm hoping that people will, in the comments, tell us what are you going to do? What do you want to look into?
What are you good at?
Yeah, what are you good at?
Really take that into consideration when you're analyzing, you're doing a little self-analyzation. Think and go, I have a friend whose husband's really good at woodworking. Really good. Mm-hmm. I have a couple of friends who's, but if you're good at that, I know the woodworkers class, I've bought things from them.
Oh yeah, they do a great job.
It can be lucrative for you too. You don't necessarily. Hey, the reason I'm pursuing acting, that isn't because I just love acting. It's because guess what?
Oh yeah,
right there.
And
I'm talking.
My part-time job is an acting job.
Yeah,
I act as a patient for a medical school. And they come in and they tell me whatever ailments I have, and that's my role. And I'm going to do another school to it in September. It's an acting job.
Yeah.
I'm a paid actor.
just because you're good at it doesn't mean you can't get paid.
Right.
You know, there's no reason. If you're a good seamstress, my God, put your name out there on Nextdoor and say, hey, I do seamstressing. You know, whatever you're good at.
Yeah.
Hey,
make money from it.
Yeah,
Who doesn't need a little more beer money?
Who doesn't? Yeah. Anyway, great topic.
Yeah.
Great topic
So
today.
please leave comments.
Oh, yeah.
Like
please.
the video, subscribe.
Follow us. We need followers.
Yeah, we need subscribers. And I'm a career counselor. What questions do you have?
She's smart. She doesn't look smart, but she's smart.
I always say I'm smarter than I look. But, I mean, I'd love to tell people what to do. So if you're like not sure what to do, leave a comment.
Yes,
I'll tell you what to do. There's a reason I'm on my third husband.
Mike and I know that. Anyway,
all right.
Thank you all for joining us once again. We really appreciate it. We
Yes.
hope you check out the rest of our podcasts. We've got about 5 or 6 out there on the
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
go
this
in
will be our
and
sixth,
watch and see what we've done in the past and follow
And
us.
there's
Tell your friends
more
about
to come. We're going to be doing remote locations and guests, and we're just
big
getting our
ideas.
feet wet. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you all pursue what brings you joy.
There you go.